Hello Predator fans, this is Solid Dave Snake bringing you another review on the NECA Predator Series 9 action figures, and this review is going to be on Jungle Disguise Dutch. And this version of Dutch is from the final 20 minutes or so of the movie, whenever Arnold Schwarzenegger's character is the lone survivor and falls into the water with the Predator and comes out in the mud and notices that the Predator can't see him with his heat vision when he's covered in the mud. So then he completely disguises himself and prepares for one final battle with the Predator. And this is how he looked, and all the accessories that he, all the weapons that he made during that end of the movie for that final battle as the accessories. And we'll just start off with them and go over my favorite accessory he comes with. And that's the torch that he makes at the end of the movie. And this is a really neat accessory for him. And I love how that flame is actually that translucent yellow plastic. I just thought that was really, really well done. Great idea. And it's got some good detail with the little bit of rope around it. And that plastic's really pliable on that flame piece. And that looks really good with a light behind it. Actually looks lit up. Almost looks lit up just in the light I have right now. So, really neat accessory. And then he comes with the spear that he makes. He actually comes with two spears. This one's got his knife on the end of it, and if you can tell, it's that same exact knife that his previous action figures came with, that fitted in the sheath on his left hand hip. This is that same combat knife that he affixes for the spearhead. And it's got some nice twine around the end of it to hold that blade on. So, real nice detail. Actually looks like a piece of bamboo or tree limb used for the spear, the actual handle of it. And the other one he comes with has the same kind of handle part, but the tip of it is the explosive tip that he makes whenever he opens up his last bit of his hand grenades and grenades for the M203. He gets that black powder and makes these explosive tips for his arrows, and this one for his spear. And I thought that was really neat. They added this as an accessory. So that's the other spear, and then he comes with the bow and arrows that he makes at the end of the movie. And this is really nicely done. This is not an actual string, but it's real pliable plastic right here, and you can actually draw it back a little bit. And he comes with 3 regular arrows and one of the explosive arrows. And I'll pull them out and show them to you. There's the explosive one first. It looks just like its big brother, that spear, the tip of it. And then I'll just pull out one of these arrows to show you, because they're all 3 the same. Nice detail on the fletching on the back. So really nice detail on those. And the actual bow itself has nice detail where it's bound up. And actually has that little quiver on the front here to hold all those arrows. And with all of them in there, they're really snug. So, really nice accessories for this figure. And almost kind of like another accessory he has is this little pouch. And this is where he kept the gunpowder in from the movie. So I thought that was a real nice little accessory. And shows good attention to detail for authenticity from the movie. And the figure himself might be A little harder to see than the last figures because of how dark he is. But they try to make that illusion of him covered in mud. And I guess it uses that same base sculpt from the previous Arnold with no clothing on. But they added in all these leaves and just mud buildup. All this extra sculpting detail throughout there. If I can get even closer. Get a good focusing. There we go. You'll see those little leaves sculpted in there. And all the different color shades. It's just phenomenal. On his back you can really see it. Some of those leaves don't even look like they've been covered in mud. Just really nice. On the arms you can see the transition where the mud cakes up to where it's just smeared on his skin. His face is that same sculpt with just a little bit of extra mud buildup and a little dribble of blood coming down his mouth. And even his pants. They're the same pants as those previous figures, but just made to look muddied up. So really, really nice. And articulation wise, he's the same as the other figures, but I'll go over it real quick. He's got same head movement on a ball joint, or you can look that far up and that far down, and he has full rotation all the way around. He's got a ball joint and hinge at the shoulders, which will go that far up and all the way around. And a single hinge and ball joint at the elbow, which will extend that far up and straight out. And will rotate all the way around, of course. And he's got that peg going in his hand, which really doesn't allow for too much side-to-side movement, but it will rotate all the way around. And he has that ab crunch, and you can kind of see how it's done on this figure a little better, where that cut is. It'll go that far down and that far back, which is pretty much just straight, so not that far back. Complete rotation at the hips, but mine's still stiff on mine. I hadn't broken this one in, so I'm not going to twist it all the way around. It's got a ball joint and hinge here at the hips, which I love this articulation for these Dutch figures, because he will kick out a lot. I mean, bam! You're reaching the chin there. Putting him right in the chin. And all the way back. And he has that single joint at the knee, which goes that far back and straight again. And that twist at the ankle right there. Right there's the cut, right where the boot is. And he also has, you can get a twist here, but it's on a hinge and has slight ankle pivot. So, same great articulation, no need for a change there. And out of all the Arnolds they've done, this may be my favorite one. This was just epic. And they actually made another Arnold in a 2-pack from the end of the battle when the mud all washes off and he's even more battle damaged from getting beat up by the Predator. And that one actually comes with the Predator from the final battle too. So with these figures you can create some nice dioramas from that end part of the movie, and I highly recommend them. If you're a fan of the Predator movies and collect these action figures, this is a must-have. This Jungle Disguised Dutch. But thank you all for watching, and stay tuned. I will be doing more NECA reviews, maybe get into the Alien series a little bit, and just go from there. So, thanks for watching, guys.